This is the opening video to the channel in which I'll explain who am I, what is this channel about, and what you can expect in it. And it will be the starting point of touching fringes. So let's go step by step. First of all, who am I and why am I starting this channel? My name is Mantas. I'm a consultant and a facilitator. My job is to help groups of people make decisions. So I work with CEOs, with managers, with teams, with large groups of people who need to clear things out between them or just make some sort of good decisions. And this work is pretty taxing emotionally and physically. So last year I decided that I want to kind of digitize part of my work and to offload part of physical work with groups into the digital realm. And I started already doing that. I started this year, and this was my goal, to take vacation, like 3-4 months off work, and focus solely on this idea. And in a way I succeeded in at least taking the vacation. So it took me half a year to get vacation, and right now I'm doing exactly that. And this channel is dedicated to actually document how this is happening. For me, I see that there are a lot of barriers that I have to cross personally, that I need to, get out of my comfort zone and to do, in order to do all of this. And I thought that it would be nice to document how I'm crossing those boundaries that I have inside, explore them, because this is actually part of my job, to do the same thing with groups, to analyze what are the weaknesses, what are the strengths, how people create themselves some sort of limiting beliefs. So I'm full of that stuff also myself. I'm not a saint, and this journey of digitizing my career is actually a very interesting experiment for me, in which I actually have to test everything that I believe that is true in change management, in project management, and in general, doing the things that you like and love. So personally, I believe that quite a lot of things are possible if you just put enough effort into it. So digitizing my career is one, and hopefully solely one thing this year that I'm focusing this hard onto, that much. The reason why I chose to do that, I mentioned it a little bit, that my job is pretty taxing, but frankly, I really like my job. I like working with groups, I like working with companies, but sadly, out of that intensity, I overburn. And I had pretty tough overburns in the past 3 years, and I actually don't want to repeat that, and I want to switch part of the work that I'm doing into the digital realm. This is the main reason why I'm doing that, because I don't want to overburn. I want to manage my work and life balance better. And digitizing it, I know that it will not be easy. I know that it will still require work, but I believe that this is an interesting way to scale the sharing of knowledge that I have, and also do some pre-work with the group that I'm doing. Also, an important thing to mention, that this channel is not about my work, and also I'm not looking for a new profession. I'm not suddenly going to become a videographer, a gear reviewer, or anything else like that. I want to still focus on my area of expertise, group decision making, openness, culture, development in companies, and have this second part of it is like digitizing part of it. This is my main focus, and I hope that I will not kind of steer away from that. So how this channel will evolve? I have quite a few topics about limiting beliefs and everything that is happening in the head before starting all of these big leaps. And in my head, I'm hoping that it will be beneficial for any person who is willing to do significant changes in their life. I'm not a person who knows all the answers. I'm not here to tell how to live your life, but I will share the joys and struggles, the strategies, and the things that I'm doing and thinking and analyzing in my own world, which might be beneficial for you. And when I'm looking back at my life, this kind of feels like a full circle, because I began my consultancy career as a person who helped others. I worked in the personal development field, and I was working with other people who were seeking their ambitious goals. Later, I stopped being the person who knows how to do stuff, and I stepped into facilitation, like guiding people through questions and helping them to arrive at their own conclusions in a group. And right now I'm getting back, but in a way focusing on myself, showing myself as an example of one way, not the only, but of one way of how change in life can be done, what struggles I meet, and how I hopefully overcome them. And one of those struggles was actually to start doing these videos, because I wanted to make them perfect. I actually did one full version, back in Spain 3 months ago. Hello there for the very first time. And I spent a few days thinking about it right now and just thought, okay, I have to do it. It's better done than perfect, especially in the beginning, just to get the momentum going. Yeah, one thing for the beginning. The cranes. Camera is focusing on my face. So, what does touching fringes mean? Why I call the channel like that, and what is this all about? So, in my head, we are constantly touching fringes of our comfort zone, of our capabilities, of our ambitions, and of our in general freedom. We are always battling with that. We are touching the fringe of the boundary that we have in our heads, and at that point, when we meet that boundary, we tell some sort of story in our heads, and that story actually it defines how we act afterwards. Are we giving up or moving forward? Are we delaying the crossing of the boundary for the next time, or are we joyfully going over it? So there are many things that are layered in that story, in those decisions, and in those moments. So basically, when I philosophically was thinking about this channel, I thought that, okay, I will look for situations and I will look for instances where the fringes appear in my life while going through this transformation, and I will just share that, and I will kind of explore as an object together with you, and share how I see it and how I'm tackling that. So fringes, we all have them, we all deal with them, and we have to touch and actually cross some of those fringes, step out of those boundaries in order to live a different life, to live the life that we want. So this is the channel. This is what I will be talking about. I also actually, from the business side, I already launched the channel for my facilitation digital part, so it already started. I did not hesitate on that one, but kind of delayed this line of sharing. So I'm glad to open it up. I'm glad that during my evening stroll, 10k around the village, where I retreated from the city in order to focus on stuff that I already did it. So I hope you will like it, and if you want to, one thing, follow me on this journey, but also if you also have a change in life that you want, you can go along and go together in it, and make use of what I'm sharing, if that's useful for you, if we have some sort of alignment, and use it for your own benefit. And at least right now, I don't think that there will be some sort of magical one weekend course that I will sell you that you will watch and your life will suddenly change, because frankly I don't believe in it. I work with systemic change in organizations, and frankly this is not the way to achieve a sustainable change in complex systems. Just like our lives are complex systems, there are different approaches to it, and all the work has to be done with you, and frankly all the answers are already there. We just need a few questions to open them up, and hopefully the questions that I will be raising will be beneficial for you. So the YouTube usual, if you like it, drop a like, put a comment, maybe you already have some sort of questions, and also subscribe to this journey, and this way I will know that this content is useful, and I will even maybe align it towards people who are subscribing, so that we are all as a community going through our own changes and achieving better results. Thank you for watching. It was a pleasure to open the channel for me and mark this nice start. I hope it will work both ways, and see you soon.